Well, hello everyone. Coach Brenda Kelly here, coming to you with another Monday manifestation. Hope you are doing well, and today is the day that we take the time to manifest the things that we want to see happen in our week. So today I want to talk a little bit about blood pressure and your stress. So we talked about high blood pressure last week, but I want to talk about some of the things that can affect your blood pressure, such as stressors in your life. So when you think about the things that really worry you or the things that you're thinking about over and over again, have you ever stopped to measure your blood pressure to see where you are when you're going through certain things? Well, I've been taking time to do that because I was dealing with that myself, and I decided to start really taking that time to measure out what my blood pressure was at certain times of the day, whether I was up doing activities, whether I was just something upset me, just really monitoring and seeing where it was coming from. So we're going to talk a little bit about our blood pressure and our stress. Today I'm going to give you 5 lifestyle changes that we can make to really affect our blood pressure. One of the first ones is regular exercise. I noticed that when I exercise, it decreased my heart rate, it decreased my blood pressure, and getting that blood flowing throughout your body. The more you work out and the more you get your heart going, it helps to improve your heart rate as well as your blood pressure. So getting some exercise in, whether it's jogging, whether it's just walking on the track, whether it's doing a video at home, whatever you choose to do, doing some weights, strength training, whatever you choose to do to get your blood pumping and moving in your body. The second thing is a healthy diet. And so I've read a little bit about the DASH diet. The DASH diet is the dietary approach to stop hypertension. And so what they focus on is more fruits and vegetables, lean proteins, healthy fats, and they also focus on decreasing those saturated fats, those fats that can cause your arteries to be clogged. Also, the salt in your diet, really monitoring. A lot of times we don't know how much salt is in our food. One of the things that I just recently did is looked at canned black beans. And, eating black beans, I thought, okay, this is good. But, there can be up to like 410 milligrams of sodium in black beans. So I encourage you to really pay attention to your labels. Look at how much sodium is in your foods, the foods that you're eating. The next thing is stress management. And for me, I was like, I'm not stressed, but what are some things if you're at work, if you're doing a little, you're pretty busy, people are coming in and you're trying to do all these things. Sometimes that can increase our stress level and we don't really realize it because they say hypertension is a silent killer because sometimes you don't even know that your blood pressure is up. So I encourage deep breathing, really taking time. And I did this myself, and I noticed how when you do the deep breathing, how quickly it can help to reduce that stress and reduce that blood pressure. Just simply, you don't have to purse lips coming out. And it can decrease your blood pressure by 10 to 15 millimeters. When you're stressed, when things are getting to you, just stop and take some deep breaths. It brings oxygen throughout your body and it calms you down. So try that sometimes. I encourage you to do that. Another thing to do that's so important that I started doing, really started working on, is getting adequate sleep. 7 to 8 hours of sleep a day. Plan your time. Plan to wind down so that you can get in bed and rest and get a good night's rest. That's important, because when you don't get enough rest, you're tired, you're irritable, guess what? That blood pressure goes right up. So planning and getting in bed on time. And then the last one is decreasing or eliminating alcohol and caffeine. And I found myself drinking more coffee, maybe 2 or 3 cups, and I noticed that my blood pressure was going up as I was doing that. So I encourage you to really be mindful of that. Instead of the coffee, replace it with herbal teas, doing something else instead of the caffeine. So these are just a few things that I encourage you to do to get started, to decrease your blood pressure, to decrease your stress level. So I want to encourage you today to really focus on checking your blood pressure. Like I said before, if you don't have a blood pressure monitor, order a blood pressure monitor. It's always good to have one in the house just to monitor in an emergency. You want to know what your blood pressure is. So, Monday manifestation. Number 1, I will not allow myself to become stressed out over my circumstances. Number 1, I will not allow myself to become stressed out over my circumstances. No matter what the environment, no matter what's going on in the day, I will not allow myself to become stressed out over my circumstances or my environment. Number 2 is I will take the time to breathe. I will take the time to breathe. I will take the time to breathe. And then number 3 is I will lay all my burdens at the feet of Jesus. I will lay all of my burdens at the feet of Jesus and learn to leave them there. Number 4 is I will pay close attention to what I eat this week. I will pay close attention to what I eat this week. So these are 4 manifestations that I encourage you to say over yourself this week. Now let me read the scripture that goes along with laying your burdens at the feet of Jesus. There is a scripture in 1 Peter 5, and I want to read that 7 through 9. And it says, give all your worries and cares to God. This is in the New Living Translation. Give all of your worries and cares to God, for he cares about you. Stay alert. Watch out for your great enemy, the devil. He prowls around like a roaring lion, looking for someone to devour, looking for someone to raise their blood pressure. And it says, stand firm against him and be strong in your faith. Remember that your family of believers all over the world is going through the same kind of suffering that you are. So when you think about your circumstances, when you think about situations that arise in your life day to day, just know that somebody else is going through a similar situation. But the key is to take your burden to the Lord. Give all of your worries to God, for he cares for you. So that stress, that thing that you think is going to stress you out greatly, take it to the Lord and leave it there. Make a decision that I'm going to take it to God and I'm going to leave it there. Why? Because he cares for me. He cares for you. All right, so that's Monday manifestation. Today we're manifesting that no matter what comes, no matter what goes, no matter what situation arises in our lives, we know that we can carry everything to God, and we have the tools to decrease that stress on a daily basis. Have a wonderful week, and I'll see you soon.